What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We have got some big news coming out of TERA. This is a requested video by a number of the viewers. So if you want to join that amazing community, make sure you click that subscribe button. Remember, we'll never have a membership. I'll never ask you for money. All we'll do is give you good, honest entertainment and advice on this channel. So TERA, the one out of the blocks, the new centralized exchange, or the ambition to become a new centralized exchange, absolutely exploding. It's settled down, but there are a lot of things to come out of this token. So again, if you don't know what TERA is, it's an exchange.io, an app, and the TERA pool, an app, and TERA chain. So lots of ideas and lots of ambition out of this. Terareum is a centralized cryptocurrency exchange. So it's absolutely going to be pioneering, or wants to be, in the world of KuCoin, Coinbase, Binance, and those kind of exchanges. They launched, it was about 3 weeks ago, had a very successful launch. Lots of potential products coming out. The Terareum card, the Terareum NFT exchange, fully docked team that sit behind it, and a big roadmap. Looking at some of the phase 2 roadmap, they've got the TERA pool, they've got listing on a top 50 exchange, the app launch, 50,000 holders, lots of exciting things. Well, look, let's get into the meat and bones of the video. 7363 is the current price on TERA. It is down 6.5%. Has had a really nice run over the last, this is a 12-hour chart we're looking at, over the last kind of 4 days. $20.2 million in liquidity, which is very, very strong. Market cap at $371 million, 8,319 holders. So steady growth on the holders. What we do tend to see with Terareum is when we see some sells, people are itching to get buy into this product. Again, you can see on some of these charts, when we've seen the sells, they're just nicely coming back in. Even now, we've had some pretty, reasonably sized sales, 5.9 ETH, and then everyone is buying back into it. So it still has a lot of desire around this project. Let's get to some of the exciting news. So mexc, we know mexc is a pretty big exchange as they go, is running one of the biggest Kickstarter programs with Terareum. This launches tomorrow at between 3 AM and 10:50 March UTC, and it says vote with mexc to get your TERA listed and share 6.3 billion TERA. It's a huge amount of money. It's going to run for only a small period of time, and its estimated trading will become live on March the 19th. So pretty exciting, and clearly mexc are positive on this project to even offer that kind of reward. Again, when we look at Bitmart, another centralized exchange, the USA top trending coins on Bitmart, Terareum came in at number 2. And you look at some of those tokens in there: Impact XP, Vault, Saitama, Shinja, SafeMoon, Shiba Inu, some huge tokens that have been around in the space for a long time. Terareum coming in there at number 2, really showing what people think about this project. And finally, the big one, 10,000 holders, a 1 quad burn. Now, they haven't really talked a lot about burns. They haven't really kind of really made a song and a dance about it. But look, you can see here on the null address, nearly 50%, so 49.84. So another 1 quad will take that over the 50% burn mark. You can see again on the holders slightly, increasing over 0.5% every 24 hours, which is a really good rate. What you don't want to see is huge numbers of people getting into a project, because fundamentally they are people trying to trade that and people trying to take some money, get in and get out. So what you want to see is a nice growth in terms of holders and people that are in the project for the project, and not to, as the term would say, to flip it and take some profits as quickly as they can. So definitely a lot of things happening with Terareum. And again, the other thing I like about the project is they're not in your face, they're not brash, they're not bold, they just deliver on what they're committing to. So you can see the deck score at 99 out of 99. And originally there was a lot of question marks around Terareum. We haven't really fully covered it on the channel. We have covered a couple of videos on it, but there was a lot of question marks. Dr. Paveen with his 108 wallets, I think it's safe to say that I've not seen any noise of him selling, and he is in this for the long term. He's part of the development team. So we know that there's a lot of loyalty in terms of this. And ultimately, if this does get to the point where it becomes a centralized exchange, this thing will absolutely go to the moon. Do I think there's a market for it? Absolutely. I think there is a monopoly at the centralized exchange end. Certainly for the DeFi space, I think most projects launch on Uniswap or PancakeSwap, and I do think that if you are trading on Ethereum, you do go instantly to Uniswap. So I do think there's definitely a challenge. And we're seeing quite a few tokens come out right now. We know Doja Swap is going to be one of those that's trying to compete there. SatanMask is another one. But again, they're going to operate in the decentralized world. Why? There is much more regulation when it comes to centralized exchanges. There is much more taxable information that needs to require. And I guess as an investor, there is much more you need to put into that centralized exchange. So it clearly needs more work from the development team. But Terarium doesn't feel like it's slowing down. Some big exchange listings come in for a project that's not been out very long is huge and feels like a really positive step. But let me know in the comments down below, are you in Terarium? What's your view? And are you holding long term for that centralized exchange? And I'll see you guys in the next video.